The staffing industry is the only industry I've ever seen where you tell your clients how much your margins are. Who does that? This is the strategy that most staffing agencies use to get new business. They're going to drive around office parks with bags of chocolate and coffee mugs and pens, and they're going to pop into a receptionist, "Oh, I'd like to speak to the decision maker," and you have a meeting with the decision maker who you don't really know is the decision maker, and they say, "What are your rates?" And you tell them the rates, they say, "Well, we have competitors that work higher." Well, how low can we go? And that's how most staffing agencies sell their business. Come on. You and I both know there's got to be a better way. Here's a tip. Ask questions. Take the conversation away from price. You have power to do that. Did you know that? Your power is in your ability to ask questions. When my son was 6 months old, he flew on an airplane for the very first time. The plane pulled away from the gate. He went poop in the diaper. I didn't have any diapers in the diaper bag, not a single one. When I made it to Charlotte, well, Comfort Sulky to the rescue, but I had to buy a diaper. Did you know they sell them in airports in quantities of one? Now, 13 years ago, a diaper cost $7. How much would I have paid for that? $120. If you had a diaper at any point at that point in time, you could sell it to me for pretty much any price. That's the power of being able to find out what those problems are that your prospects have by asking questions. Tell me about the situation that you have within your company. Wow, how's that going to impact you? Gosh, that's too bad. What happens if you don't solve it? Wow, that's awful. Let me tell you about what our company does. We can solve that problem. This is what's unique about our staffing agency. This is how we can solve that problem. Now, we've taken away the conversation away from price. I consulted to a staffing agency in Florida once. The owner called me up and said, "I'm having a big problem. All the major national staffing agencies are just cutting into my margins." Again, the issue of price. This is a long-term shift for her. I said, what you need to do is to identify what's unique about you. And we actually made some modifications. I said, instead of doing administrative, clerical staffing on all different industries, all different positions, I said, carve out a niche where you build in the value. And what happened, I advised her only do executive assistants that have 4-year college degrees who are bilingual English and Spanish, only in Southeast Florida. Now, the candidates that you place are fungible. You could place them from a construction company to an entertainment company, and the skills are the same, so you're not limited by industry. It's geographically region focused in that area, and she's building in value. Fees were not an issue now because she was able to build in value. This is a fundamental question that you need to understand, is what's unique about your company? What's different about you? This is the beginning of every conversation in marketing and sales. What's different about us is this. If you can't answer that, go back to your team. Lock the door and close it, and don't let anybody else out until you have 3 bullet point talking points that you can tell a prospective client. Now, I've done a lot of consulting to staffing agencies on the sales side. That's the only thing I know about staffing companies, is how do you sell business at margins higher than your competitors. In my brain, everything else is a detail. It's too many moving parts. But I've been able to help companies up to billions of dollars in annual sales to increase their effectiveness in this way. And I'd like to help you out also. Sign up for my free YouTube channel and keep in touch with me, and also visit the link from my website on this video. Thanks for watching, and I wish you the best.